are getting ready for not only a race that we've been waiting for. We've been anticipating this race for so long through the exhibitions, through the heat racing. We've done a lot, but yet we're back now better than ever, and we want to welcome you to the NASCAR Hennessy Performance League NASCAR Heat Series right here on YouTube. And we want to thank you guys for joining us in the booth tonight. Right now, it is Code Red Do, yours truly, and joining me alongside is a new guy, someone who recently joined the league. He was a development driver, but yet he has the talent to be able to broadcast and race. I want to welcome you guys, NASCAR 2009 Rocks. NASCAR, how's it going, buddy? Thank you for joining me in the booth.
I'm doing fine, just a little ticked off after my development race went. But that's what happens when you race with a bunch of Truck Series rejects.
Oh, okay. Getting starting off in Fuego already at the top of the broadcast. And by the way, yes, he is a development driver, but yet, as a new Cup Series driver, we want to be able to welcome you guys the way that a league should be able to welcome you guys. We're going to Daytona. Now, this past Monday, our Xfinity Series and our Cup Series got a chance to start off in our season, but yet tonight it is the truck's turn. And yet, here are the big stories of coming up with the Truck Series. We do know that our champion, and the number 18, Art Bales, is back in the Truck Series, and he's looking forward being back, being stronger, better than ever. But yet, the question is, he has a lot of new guys coming after him in that title. Who will be coming after him? We'll figure that out. But yet, let me ask you this though, Mr. NASCAR. How do you feel about Daytona tonight? I mean, this is definitely one of the most anticipated tracks that we've been waiting for quite some time over the last couple of months. How do you feel about the truck racing tonight at Daytona?
Honestly, well, yes, I am a new driver. I was actually a spotter in the Truck Series for a driver last season. So I know some of the familiar names and faces. And with there being 20 drivers in the field tonight, I'm expecting, well, it either to be a great one or like the developmental race in a complete crapshoot.
All right, and I am anticipating some really great racing in store for us tonight. Definitely got to keep an eye on a couple of names. I'm gonna bring up a couple of names that I have in my mind. You got to think about the Fire Slider, and I believe he's in the 44, I believe. You also got to think about Dalator. You got to think about my good buddy Opal, Fluffy Sacks, who's in the field. But yet, let's go ahead and announce some of the guys are going to be to participate in today's race. So yeah, here we go. We have ourselves the whole Truck Series lineup. Um, we do see Terminatrix being in there. Someone who has definitely been looking impressive over the last couple of weeks as of late. Got himself going from development to the Truck Series, and I'm talking about Don Cheetos, looking really good. You also got to think about the much anticipation, the return of Boger. You also got to think about Tex Pelt. So many great drivers. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes for everyone in the Truck Series. First off, with the guys, some of the guys that I just mentioned, how do you feel about some of the guys that are going to be participating into tonight's race?
Well, let's see here. The last time the Truck Series raced on restrictor plate was Talladega, I believe, right before the playoffs, and Fluffy Sacks won that one, so I'm expecting him to be up front. A driver that he may not be the fastest, but he can be consistent all year round. The number 13 truck, a Kobe. I was his spotter last year, and I can tell you that guy has some talent, even if he is special sometimes.
Yeah, definitely for sure. For me personally, um, with my experience here lately, these last couple of weeks, especially with my new teammates in the Roush Fenway group, I'm definitely looking at one driver, and that is Dalator. But then again, there is a couple of other drivers that yet deserves to be get a chance to get recognized. And yet, looking at who's all in the chat right now, you also got to think about Fire Slayer, Tex Pelt, I believe Don Cheetos, who I just mentioned. Terminatrix, who just now went from going development to the Truck Series, and throughout the exhibition races, he's definitely had some good runs, but then again, he's had some bad, some terrible runs. But I do believe that tonight could be a big night for Terminatrix. Things could change up for him. Now, in your own opinion, who do you see having the least amount of effort, having some not so good runs for tonight's Daytona race?
Hmm. It's definitely going to be an interesting one. It is Daytona, so anyone can win this thing. But another from returning driver that might be a dark horse pick when it gets down to the playoffs would be the 88 truck. I know the entire Source Sport team did make the playoffs last season,
Mm-hmm.
if not almost all of them. Yeah.
Alrighty, right now, we just got a couple of invites from Joker. First of all, we wanted to say thank you to Joker, thank you to Ubi, thank you for everyone that has given myself and NASCAR the opportunity to be in the booth tonight, so thank you guys for that. Also, we want to thank you guys enough for you guys to be able to get a chance to check out the stream. If you guys have not yet subscribed to the channel, if you're watching us right now, you see that little subscribe button? Yeah, go ahead and click that real quick, and then go ahead and hit the notification bell so you can't miss any of the action we have in store for this league, and most of all for you fans as well. But yet, real quick, we got a chance. I mentioned it, our Cup Series and our Xfinity Series started off this past Monday night. I couldn't be able to make it there due to work, but yet I'm excited to announce that tomorrow night I will make my Cup Series debut at Homestead. But yet, we're not going to go rushing to Homestead because tonight it still belongs to the Truck Series drivers. It is Daytona. So yet, we've seen how bad the cars could be at Daytona NASCAR. Let me ask you a question. What is your own opinion on the chaos that could potentially happen out on the racetrack?
Well, let's see if the development races anything go off of. Well, I'm expecting this thing to be a dumpster fire and a half.
Alrighty. I was thinking more of enthusiasm, more instead of. I think personally, this is the way I feel about it: is that there are going to be a couple of cautions. There are going to be, maybe a couple of flips, maybe a couple of big ones. But I'm not expecting much. We shouldn't expect a caution fest at Daytona, right? Right? Guys in the chat. Y'all can agree with me. Whenever we go to Daytona, you can't expect much anything less, right? But either way, we're just excited for y'all to get a chance to watch this race. Daytona is definitely the home for many different winners here, and yeah, we're definitely a good chance to be excited for this big one at Daytona. Um, so let me go ahead and give you guys a little bit of an update. Some news about one driver, Fire Slayer. I've got a chance to know him through different leagues, and I know he's like one of my best friends in the world. I think Fire Slayer has the chance to be able to do good at super speedways. He's definitely the guy that you want to be able to rely on to be able to get a chance to push. He's definitely one of the guys you definitely get a chance to rely on, especially when it comes to leading. He can lead, he can push, he can do whatever. But besides Dalator, Fire Slayer is definitely going to be someone you definitely want to keep an eye on. And so, how it is tonight, and me and NASCAR, we talked about this, was that he's going to be focusing on the back of the pack, and then I'm going to focus on the front of the pack. Now, if something does happen, we will get to that incident. So yeah, we can't let y'all miss any of the action because he is also streaming up on his channel as well. So yeah, we got twice the views, twice as much chance for y'all to get a chance to see some action.
Yep, yep. I'm streaming on my own channel, Wolf Sports Network, which I may put the channel name in the comments later in stream. So right
Yeah,
now I'm just checking the main chat, see if there's any penalties going to come out of the development race. Which, if there ain't,
that
I'm going to be surprised.
that you probably won't be expecting that till probably around midnight or many others, probably maybe around 11, 12 o'clock. just give the guys a chance to be able to take the time before any sort of penalties have been announced. Now what is NASCAR talking about? Well, anytime after a race, if somebody is doing like aggressive driving or something wrong, then yet they will get penalized. But yet that you'll only see that in the Discord chat. So yeah, if you're not a part of the league and you want to, go to the description. Check out the guys that will help you get into the league, and then you can be able to get a chance to check out all the news from there. But until then, we want to be able to get a chance to be able to catch up to you on all the latest news from the league. Right now, we're still waiting for us to be able to get a chance to go, and we'll be ready to go. Um, we have a lot of drivers that are in the track, and I think they're currently getting ready for qualifying. But yeah, if they already qualified, we're just waiting on them for to be able to get a chance to get ready. Then we'll be joining you guys from the racetrack. Um, NASCAR, I'm gonna ask you a really good question. Do you have any thoughts before going into this race? What is your mind? If you was a driver, what is your mindset at this point? I mean, you either have some teammates or you're just out there on your own. What would you do in a driver's shoes if you're just a single driver and you don't have any teammates? What would you do at this point?
Well, if you're a driver without any teammates, well, hug the yellow line, keep your right foot in it, and don't lift for nothing.
Well, okay, okay. Personally, me, if I was in the driver's shoes, if I was just someone who doesn't have any teammates or anything at all, I believe this is starting to, just try to work with whoever's right in front of me. If I'm working, let's say for instance, I'm working with somebody like either Joker or Fluffy Sacks, and I'm just a team by myself. I would work with them it's because they'll know that I'm working with them. Try to get a chance to have a good run going of some sort. But man, just this race just got a lot of anxiety going, especially going through the drivers' minds. Um, NASCAR, I'm hoping you're getting all these invites from Joker for us to be able to get ready to go. I'm gonna grab myself some Mountain Dew real quick because hey, I mean you can't have a race without Mountain Dew, right?
I mean, I'm drinking Coca-Cola, so
That Coca-Cola Mountain Dew combination that we did that I think for the dual race last week, and we're doing it again here tonight.
yeah. Yeah, see, and I've seen three different styles of plate racing, and all three times I've been in the booth. Saw the, well, I was in the broadcasting the duels, and then I did my own race an hour ago, which I don't want to talk about how that ended for me. But I've seen spread out racing. I've seen close, compact, five guys riding each other's bumpers, and then, well, the development race.
Well, honestly, man, I understand it was a tough race for you, but yet you can't let the negativity go through you. I mean, you got to think about positive. I mean, you're in the booth right now. I mean, you'll get a chance to go out there and do good. But for right now, man, it's all about our main trucks. It's all about our main trucks out there that's going to do their thing and get a chance to give us a really good race tonight. Guys in the chat, everyone in the chat, I'm hoping you guys are watching this and you're still with us. Let me give you your thoughts on who could potentially be y'all's favorites. Like so far from mine, it's going to be Dalator because Dalator, I do expect him to have some good runs out there. Um, Now, I believe NASCAR said Kobe could be one of those guys you want to keep an eye on. But yet, we still have so much more in store. But yet, you can't forget about Don Cheetos. You can't forget about Fluffy Sacks, Tex Pelt, Fire Slayer. You can't forget about all those guys. I think McCard might be in there. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if not, then yet we have I think overall the total of 19 drivers in the field tonight. So it's definitely going to be a big race for sure, especially with the amount of drivers that are in the field tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be unique. And Kobe, he ain't the fastest, but he's consistent and almost won the last time we were at a plate track in trucks. But the
Yeah.
guy who did win last time we were at a plate track in the truck series was Fluffy Sacks. And I don't know how well he did in the 500, but he qualified for the 500 as a go or go homer, which it takes skill.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely for sure. We're currently waiting on us to be able to get a chance to get the approval for us to be able to join everybody, and then we'll get the race going to start broadcasting for you guys. When we get the approval, we will go live for you guys from Daytona to be able to get a chance to call this race. Um, we still have another invite from Ubi. Thank you, Ubi, for that. I think I've had three invites now, so yet you shouldn't miss an invite there, NASCAR.
I'm not getting any.
You're not getting any?
Nope, and I'm putting that in the chat.
Hang on. Let me let me put that in the chat real quick. Alrighty. Alright, they're gonna make sure that you get one. Hopefully you will get an invite, but if not, I'll take care of it for you. Once I join, I'll get you taken care of there. But um, but yet you can't forget that this is the first race for the Truck Series, and then just want to remind you guys that tomorrow night for we have some Xfinity Cup racing. So yet I'm gonna broadcast the Cup race, or sorry, the Xfinity race for you guys. Be sure to be sure to join us at 7 o'clock for our pre-race coverage. And yet, not only that, but we're going to go ahead and start the Xfinity series right there. Then after that, I'm assuming if NASCAR is here, he might be able to get a chance to broadcast the Cup race. So either way, we have a lot in store for you guys. But yet, make sure to subscribe, make sure to tune in because we do have a lot of great things coming for your way, especially a lot of fun racing and a lot of clean racing. Um, Let me ask you a real quick question before we get going. We got a chance to start off the season. You're a rookie, and let me tell you this: how do you liking the league so far?
Well, let's just say there's some people in development who I got some very choice words for at this second who shall not be named, but they know who I'm talking about.
Alrighty. I wouldn't go after your enemies this early, but yet that just be careful with your words wisely, my friend, because if people are watching the broadcast, then they will end up saying something. So just be careful with what you say, especially if we're on the air. Just remember. But yet, for me, this is my second year in the league, second season. Um, we've got a chance. I started off as a broadcaster around around the playoffs, especially with the Talladega race, and then we got a chance to broadcast the championship races, and we do have a lot of great things. So yet, once again, thank you Hennessy for allowing me to get a chance to be a part of this awesome league. Really excited to see where this league develops as a league, and hopefully we can be able to be on a much bigger platform than than what we're getting right now, because this is definitely really, really awesome for us. And by the way, if you are a sponsor and if you are watching this and if you like to sponsor Hennessy, please make sure to contact one of us and we'll definitely talk into it because we would like to have some sponsors. But right now, real quick, we're still waiting on us to be able to get the approval for us to go live from Daytona. Um, man, this is my first. I think this is the second time I've called. Um, I think this might be the first time I ever called a a Truck Series race from Daytona. And yeah, we do got word from Ubi Boshanka that trucks qualifying has begun and the race will be starting here in about 3 minutes. So yeah, you got 3 minutes to grab yourself a beer, grab yourself some popcorn, some Mountain Dew, some Coca-Cola, whatever it is you want to chill and relax with. Kick back, relax, and get ready for some good fun racing at Daytona.
Yeah, this will be fun, and this is your first time broadcasting a truck race at Daytona. This is my first time viewing a truck race from not being a spotter for the 13 truck. So, yeah,
Well, I
first
mean,
time for everything.
if you think about it, I mean, you might as well, I mean, you technically might as well be spotting because you are up in the booth and you will get a chance to be able to see um, be able to spot for some of the trucks, even though they can't hear you. But nevertheless, though, we are really excited. A lot of great things. Some fresh new faces at the moment. Um, and in case you're wondering, what have we been doing, the off season? Well, what we've been doing is, doing exhibition races for all four series: the Cup, the Xfinity, the trucks, and the development. What we would do is we would put the Xfinity and Cup in one race, and the development and the truck series in another race. So yet, separate the days, and yet we will still get a chance to broadcast to see how everyone's performance is, see how they can be able to do against the newer or older guys, and just see how it goes, and make sure we have some fun racing. We also did like some special Friday night stuff. Got a chance to have some Friday night racing. I mean, it was a lot of fun. Um, I think over this off season, it helped all of us get ready for the opening season, and yet here we are. I mean, after I think months of anticipation, after we crowned a champion at Chicagoland for all three series, it was just a really thrilling experience to be able to get a chance to be in the booth for that. And I can't wait to see how this goes for the league, for everyone that has worked their hind ends off. So yet, give everyone credit where credit is due, especially with the way that they work their trucks, cars, whatever it is, just to be able to provide some great racing for you guys. So yet, please make sure to subscribe for us, y'all. Definitely mean a lot to all of us, and we'll definitely be having some great stuff coming your way. Alrighty, NASCAR fan. And I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to start off with the once when we start getting ready for qualifying. I'm gonna go ahead and start get ready for the truck schedule. So yet after Daytona, it is gonna be they're going to one of my favorite racetracks next Wednesday. They're going to Iowa Speedway. So yet after that, they'll be going to Viva Las Vegas on the 27th in Las Vegas, and then in February. These February races are definitely going to be looking really good because they're going to Richmond on the 3rd, Texas on the 10th, Kansas on the 17th, and then last but certainly not least, Dover on the 24th.
Yeah, that is a nice setup. And Vegas, you gotta remember, it's a double header that day for the Vegas races.
Oh, definitely for sure, definitely for sure. I'm really excited to see how it goes, especially as far as the racing is concerned, especially up in the truck series. This is race one for the truck series, and I tell you one thing, I appreciate the truck series more than anything because this is where you start. This is your point at starting from the bottom and now you're there type of stuff. So yet you're going to be going to the truck series, try to move on up to the Xfinity and work your way up to the big Cup series. So yet I'm excited to see how these guys do in these trucks tonight.
Definitely. It's gonna be an interesting one. I believe it's got a field of what, 20 drivers this tonight?
Potentially, 19 to 20 drivers. All right, hey, we do got the approval. We can now join. So yet, let's get ready. Looks like we have 18 drivers in the field tonight, but nevertheless, we have 18 drivers. Let's get ready to do this. We're going live to you guys from Daytona.
Here we go. This is gonna be fun as hell.
All right, sorry for the language right there on NASCAR's part. Yet he's still getting used to it. So yet just don't pay mind to him. We just gotta work on the language. Especially whenever we want to curse, but yet we don't want to get in trouble from YouTube. So yeah, apologize to YouTube right there. And here we go.
It's still loading in for me.
Alrighty, here we go. And it looks like Bogart took the pole. Wow, look at there. And we are starting off. Green flag is in the air to start off the truck series. Here we go. And yet you see that 32 Boger holding that line. He's working right there, right behind the 3 car. They're looking really good. So far, great turn one, great turn one. You see a couple of guys about wanting to clip the apron. That's the only tricky part about Daytona, is that you don't have much room on the bottom. You're gonna try to hold as much as you can, but yet never in my wildest dreams do I ever expect Boger leading the Truck Series field at Daytona. This is definitely something crazy for all of us to see. I'm pretty sure the chat is going to be blowing up for sure.
And it looks like they are side by side, about third or fourth on from back, but it looks like the 87 may slightly be losing the pack a little bit.
Yeah, you can
And
definitely.
I'm on board with him.
Yeah, you can definitely tell I'm on board with the 32 of Boger, yet he's got the 3 truck right behind him, and I'm going to head and go to the 3. That is the 3 of, let's see here, where's he at? Taz DLF. And it looks like slowly approaching away, but yet you see the 98 and the 88, 2 teammates working together. Early on, you see H.
Heads
Weeks.
up, big truck into the outside wall. 23 into the outside wall behind.
Oh, boy.
34 is off the pace. Several guys got into the wall. They were 5 wide for a second on the front stretch.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get back up to the front right here. You see 32 of Boger still leading the race right now, and yet you see Taz Delef still holding, still trying to push him, and yet Boger needs to start just finding the line and start holding it. He's either going to the outside or he's trying to be able to take the inside, but yet he needs to be able to have all the help that he can get from the inside pack. Because you never know, somebody could be able to go on the outside line and start to be able to work their way up into the front. Yeah, 3
and,
needs. Go ahead.
I was going to say, the defending champion, the 18 truck, he's lost the pack.
Right there, and you see someone getting below the yellow line. I don't know who that is, but yet we do got a comment 3 in these structures. Yeah, I do believe that. You see, Kalka in the 45, Fire Slayer in the 44, and I believe they're still holding on. They're still holding on at the 15 of Fluffy Sacks, who is in the mix right there. And we're going to see there's Terminatrix. He is all the way in the back. And let's go ahead and you see Jersey Moore. He's up in the back too. And let's go ahead and keep an eye. Oh, you see a couple of cars going below the yellow line. You see Dallasworth getting pushed to the side right there. I don't know what was happening to him, but yeah, he's back up there with his 15 teammate and Fluffy Sacks. Let's go ahead and move on back up to the front here. We see Boger still leading the field, and then I think you see Fire Slayer trying to be able to have an outside line going, because I don't think he's trying to be able to get some work going. And it looks like he does have some help. He's got 3 trucks helping him out. You do see Tex Pelt, I believe, we'll see H Weeks right there in 88. Some really interesting strategy regarding Fire Slayer and the 98 and the 88 trying to work together. Oh!
Heads up, we got a truck sliding in through the bottom, and he's going to pull up in front of the entire field. Everyone somehow escaped that.
That is crazy. That is crazy right there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you saw that, but yet I would have my eyeballs awake. But yet Boger gets the lead. He lost the lead now to Fire Slayer, who I mentioned in the pre-race show would end up having a good race, and he's looking like he's doing so just that.
Heads up, we got contact in the back. 26 hit the wall and bounced down and clipped somebody, and the 26 is falling back a little bit.
Yeah, you definitely do see that right now, but yeah, you definitely see a really good race right now for Fire Slayer, trying to be able to hold that line. Oh, we definitely see a couple of trucks swerving right there. I don't know if they're trying to get back in line. You definitely do see Don Cheaters, who we haven't got just to mention yet, who is in the top 5 right there. That's definitely good for him, but yet looking really good for the Fire Slayer machine. And yet they're trying to be able to work together, trying to be able to pull off what Fire Slayer 88 and 98 of H Wicks and Texpo did, trying to be able to have an outside line. And it looks like the 2 knee structures are going to try to do that. So is that.
Yeah, it looks like 2 East Motorsport trucks are planning something, while the Source Sport trucks are just going towards the front and hoping to God to stay up there.
Don Cheetos, who's currently in 3rd right now, trying to be able to take the position away from, I believe that might be the 88. But yet, honestly, if I was Don Cheetos, I'd be working with those top 2 trucks. You know, potentially get a chance to work together later on in the race.
32 into the outside wall.
And that is Boger. Let's go ahead and keep an eye on Boger. Let's see where he's at, ladies and gentlemen.
He is outside the top 10 for sure, and
Yeah, he is.
maybe has lost the lead pack.
He's definitely, yeah, he's got no way to help with. Yeah, he's all the way up in the main back, up into the backstretch. Oh, you see a couple of trucks sliding. You definitely see who is at the 45. He somehow got back there.
Yeah, they're jostling all over for
Wow.
position. I believe the 33 got shuffled out of the line, and that just caused a stack up on the inside.
There's been a lot of times where we've seen a couple of trucks getting off of the backstretch and either swerving, but yet they still save it. So yeah, we definitely got to applaud all the drivers for saving their trucks and not wrecking them. But yet you hate to see what happened to Term. You hate to see what happened to Boger. Boger is just by himself. So yet, the only thing you can imagine for him is for him to be able to have that caution come out so everybody can be able to be together.
Yeah, and these guys up front are trying to get every single position. I don't know what lap they're on, but they are fighting like it's last lap every single time by.
That's the beauty part about Daytona and Talladega. You never know what to expect.
Yep.
Oh, you
And
see
it
the
looks like
45.
the 40 truck got shuffled out of line and slightly grazed the outside wall.
Yeah, I don't know what
But it
happened.
looks like he's going to get back in line to maybe stay in the pack.
I want to keep an eye on the 13 and the 88 real quick because they've been swerving like crazy. I don't know what's going on with the 13, but it's like he's trying to be able to hold that line. I don't know what's happening to his truck, but yeah, he's trying to be able to work with the 3 who's right in front of him. But yet you see H-Wix having his teammate in Tex Pell in the 98 working right behind him. Also, you see the 17 of Dalator, who I did mention, for him to be able to have some good runs here. Who's currently up there with that pack, but yeah, you definitely do see that outside line. That is Don Cheetos, that is Kobe, that is H-Wix. They're going to try to be able to have an outside line going for them. Try to be able to pass the
Yep.
leader of Fire Slayer.
Yeah, Kobe he never really was good at holding the yellow line when opposite spotter for him, but he is fast, and when he sees a hole, as he almost turns to double zeros, I believe that was the end of stage 1 right there.
Potentially the end of stage 1 right there. That was some crazy stuff. Oh my gosh, I think Fire Slayer might have been the stage 1 winner, but hey, we got to give applaud to all these drivers for holding their lines, having some great racing. That was a great finish up in stage 1. That was intense. But the one thing I've known for sure, especially when it comes to this league, expect some chaos going into stage 2. I'm telling you that right now. Because the last couple of races I've been in, stage 1 has always been clean, but stage 2, things have gotten dicey. And I'm not saying that. I've seen it ever since I joined the league.
As we're lining them up for stage number 2.
Yeah, you definitely
Looks like Kobe MC will start up front on the front row.
Let's go ahead and I believe. Yep, you're right. You do see Kobe leading the pack. You also see Dalator, the 23 of Makove, and I believe right behind him is Dalator's teammate and Fluffy Sacks, and you also see Fluffy Sacks' teammate Term. But yet they're getting bumpy already early on in this stage 2. Oh,
someone
23.
hit the apron back there.
Yeah, somebody did clip the apron. That caused the 23 to be able to go up. But yeah, he came right back down in front of Don Cheetos. Good for him to be able to hold that line. And yet you do see Kobe, Dalator, and McCove up there in the top 3.
Yep, and I can't confirm it was the 87 truck.
Oh,
A
truck got to the wall. Must have came down on a Fire Slayer right there. That either Fire Slayer or one of the Nice drivers. I don't know what could have, should have, would have happened for the Terminatrix machine, but yet came up to the wall and came down. But yet things are really getting dicey up here, folks.
Yeah, on my screen, the 87 just couldn't hold his line and went up and hit the 8 truck and put him in the outside wall. And if I'm correct, that's a teammate.
Yeah, that is potentially a teammate right there.
I think they're 5 wide for a second on the backstretch, 1 or 2 below the yellow line.
Man,
it's the land rush style event as the double zero puts the 32 below the yellow line, as I believe someone else got to the outside wall. 40's in the outside wall.
Man, what? They're 3 wide back there. They're 3 wide. Now they change it to 2 wide. Back to a single car line. And the 23 didn't have any hope, but yeah, he's back up in line. But yeah, what's going on with Kobe? Let's go ahead and hurry up and get back up here. It's hard to be able to keep track of what's going on, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you do see Dallator trying to be able to take the lead. You have 3 cars right behind him. Yeah, it looks like Dallator's going to be able to try to take the lead. And as you see 3 cars right behind Kobe, could they be able to keep a line going and be able to take advantage of the 3-car lineup?
Come on, Kobe. Do what I taught you to do. Side suck, side suck. Come on, buddy. Get up on him.
That's the first time I've ever heard that in a broadcast, but 17 cars should be able to take the lead from the 13, and let's go ahead and beat and bang in 13.
Oh, 88 truck gets into the outside wall for a second.
The 33 truck is right behind him. That is Slick NASCAR in the 17.
Kobe MC goes to the pit lane. What's going on there?
Oh wow!
I think he's all alone.
He is spun out. That could.
Oh!
What happened there?
I saw him dip towards the apron like a.
Wow. Him and McCove. I believe Kobe might be able to get a speeding penalty right there. But let's go ahead and get back up to the front. Man, I feel like I jinxed it right there in stage 2. I mean, stage 2 was definitely carnage. I don't know what happened to the 13 and the 23, but they're not looking really good. Right now, Dallator is in the lead over Slick NASCAR and Don Cheetos. And then you see Del Fan. He's in 3 wide mix. He's trying to be able to find the line to be able to hold it. Man, what a this is. And here comes Kobe. Kobe
truck below the apron. Everyone stay high. Hope standing.
Yeah, for those who I did thought that Kobe did have a speed penalty. I was wrong, so my apologies to Kobe if he does watch this. But right now, I think we do have 2 cars that are a lap down, and potentially either 23 or the 17 could be able to get the lucky lap back through the lucky dog once when we get to caution. Either a caution or a stage break.
Actually, the 23 is on the tail end of the lead lap. He's driving past the pit entry right now. If we can get a caution right now, Kobe could get the lucky dog. But that 23 truck's got a pack of hungry wolves chasing
the double zero. The double zero is trying to be able to do something with the 32. I don't know if he was trying to be able to push him out of the way, or he could potentially get a chance to just try to ride along. But yet the double zero is all over that back bumper of the 33.
Oh, I think we may have had some contact back here. So we got a melee back here. It's like a land rush event back here.
And then they're
contact 3-4 trucks almost sideways. They keep it straight.
Wow, you definitely do see that right there. What a race this is, everybody. My gosh. The 17 car is just trying to be able to hold that line, and yet everybody's looking really, really good. And the 33 car goes up to the wall. That is Slick NASCAR. And the 23 is going to allow the leaders to go by, and yet...
Oh, 33 goes into the outside wall.
Again.
23 is staying high.
That is crazy.
Yep. And I sent a message to Kobe, seeing if he can get back to me on what happened there on that pitch.
Did you really?
He may have actually stayed out at the end of stage 1.
Did you really send a message to Kobe?
Yeah, I DM'd him on this one.
Okay then. It's first for everything, especially on the broadcast, but okay. But yet, right now you see the double zero taking the lead now from Dallator. Dallator is going to be able to fall right behind, and it's going to give Don Cheetos the lead. I believe Fire Slayer could be right behind him. As we do keep an eye on Fire Slayer.
Oh, 17 almost got cut off by the 32.
Yeah, 17 is just riding back there. He's going to have to be able to get a chance to try to follow Boger and try to be able to follow that group of line of cars. He's still up in the lead pack, but yet how much longer can he be able to hold? As we keep an eye on Don Cheetos right there. And yet we do see our Truck Series champion, Art Bales, in the 18, who is currently P2. Man, someone that we've not got a chance to talk about ever since he won the championship, which yet he definitely deserved, but yet the 18 is just trying to be able to hold on, trying to be able to ride along the double zeros bumper.
I believe that was either the end of the stage or we may just have another caution come out.
And if that's the case, then yeah, I believe Kobe could be able to have his lap back because where the 23 did get out of the way, but that's just my biggest guess. But correct me if I'm wrong. It's hard to tell whenever there's no lap counter or the positions right now.
It actually, if my calculations are correct, the 23 is your lucky dog, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say so because I think either 23 could either just took gas only and then that's how he got out so quick. But yeah, let's go ahead and go back up to the 00 of Don Cheetos as we get ready to go for our final restart of the race. It hasn't been a single caution besides our stage breaks, but yet you
Oh,
don't.
check up on the back of the pack.
Oh, what the heck?
40
What
truck didn't go, and it caused a log jam back here.
what happened to the 32? I see the 32, the 87. What in the world happened there?
40 truck just getting, I guess, cars off their start or something, and just couldn't get going.
And they're still going. They're still going up front. So yeah, you definitely see Don Cheetos. You see Taz fan up there in P2, and yet they're holding that inside line. But yet for the 18 and the 26, they want to be able to have an outside line. But yet nobody's wanting to work with them. But yet you do see Kobe just trying to be able to catch up to the 18 bumper. That inside line is just going to go. So if I was those two trucks on the outside, I'd just go ahead and let everybody go and just try to follow along. But yet you definitely do see some bumping and banging in the back right there.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. I wonder what Kobe's going to do back here.
Man,
And
whatever.
it looks like we got only 2 trucks on time making outside line for him. No, make it 3. Maybe. Yeah, hard to tell.
Man, what a race this is. 00 still in the lead over the 3 to 44. I believe that might be the 98 and the 88. Two teammates that have been working so good together throughout this race and looking really good for them. But yet they need to be able to go up to the front, be able to have a potential 1 and 2 finish for that team. And I think that maybe for the 13, he could be able to get a chance to get back up there. Maybe 1, 2, or 3, but it all depends on how the 13 situation is going. But nevertheless, though, the 00s is trying to be able to work together, trying to be able to keep calm, stay easy, especially throughout these trucks.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting see how long they stay borderline calm like this. Because you got to think about at one point you got to realize you're going for a win at Daytona. You're going to keep your foot in and not lift.
And most importantly, you're also going to go get the first win of the season too. Potentially get a chance to get yourself into the playoffs.
Yeah, winning. Try to get your spot into the playoffs early so you don't have to panic when it comes down to crunch time.
I don't know what's going on with the cars in the backs. NASCAR fan, do you got any scoop on those 3, 4 trucks that are all the way up in the main back of the pack?
It looks like it's the 40. Let me try to get numbers for you. 45. Oh wait, hang on. I'm trying to figure out who's who back here. There's one truck breaking, lost the pack. It looks like it is going to be the 23, 87, 32, and the 40. Could be a possible fuel saving move.
Boger, who was in the lead of the field, is all the way up in the main back, and just definitely
and they're catching the 45 truck, so we could see a 5-truck battle. Could this be a possible fuel saving maneuver?
Perhaps, but potentially it can. Potentially it can.
Because let's see if everyone hit at the end of stage 2 for fuel, they should be able to make it about halfway through the stage before having to come in again.
I never know that for sure. Never know that for sure.
A7's onto the apron.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know what's going on with 87, but yet Definitely see two niche trucks all the way up in the back. I think that might be a niche truck right there. Yeah, two niche trucks in the back, the 23 and the 87. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and get back into our leader. That is Don Cheetos. You also see number 3, not who I mentioned. That is Taz Del F. And I believe the 44 is Fire Slayer. Fire Slayer, if you can be able to get a chance to get through, be able to have some help, he should be able to get through these two in front of us, and then he should be able to take the lead from there. Who actually got a chance to lead a couple of laps up in stage 1, I believe a little bit in stage 2, but yet the 44 is just holding on to the 3's bumper like crazy, and he's got two guys that want to be might get a chance to work with him, and that is the 98 and the 88 of Tex Pelt and H Wicks, I believe for sure. And yep, I was right.
Yeah, and you gotta think about that. 44 truck's gotta be careful because both his teammates are back here in this little 5-truck separation.
You can only wonder what they're thinking about here. You can only imagine what they're thinking about. And the 44 goes off the apron a little bit, but yet it still gets back in line thanks to the 2 trucks behind him. And yet you see 32, he's trying to be able to work something out and say, hey guys, can we be able to get a chance to work on the outside line? Not looking
Holy
likely.
crap, we got problems in the back. Big
Oh,
crash.
what in the world?
2 trucks sideways. We may have had
45
like in the 40. Yeah, 40.
What
40
in the world?
45, 87, and a couple others spun out.
What
Hard, I believe it was a lag spike from the 87 truck, I believe, is what caused it.
Wow.
He just stopped. Because he
Wow.
insta-stopped.
Yeah, you'll definitely see some angry drivers in the chat after this race for sure.
45's got a bent-up race truck. I'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah, please do that for sure, because it's not looking good for any of those drivers. But yeah, you just hate to see it for the drivers in the back, especially the 40 truck. I don't know, he will definitely express his opinion on the chat for sure.
Damage-wise, it looks like the 40 got away with it. Got away without any visual damage. 23 looks like same story. Possibly.
The 3 trucks going on the outside, and it's got Terminatrix trying to be able to work together, and yet you see Dalatory is all the way up in the back there. Whoa, what in the world is happening here?
Hang on, I believe we may either have a pit stop or 32 has retired from the race.
Everybody's slowing down. What potentially?
Oh, I got
Manual
confirmation
caution.
from the 32 truck. He rage quit, I believe. 32 said he left. He didn't lag out.
It wasn't because of the 32 truck. It is because we do have a manual caution. Thanks to those that are in the chat who are giving me updates now. We do have a manual caution. Nathan, do you have any update on why there's a manual caution? And if you can give us that update, that'd be really appreciated. So yet, our first actual caution out of the night, and yet we can only wonder what happened. But yet everybody's slowing down, and they're saying it could be for that wreck. So yet there was 3 cars that got involved. So yet in the league, if there's 3 cars or more that gets involved into an accident, that calls for a manual caution, and yet the caution did not come out. Yeah, lag spike with multiple wrecked cars. So yeah, good call on that there, NASCAR, because the caution did not come out immediately because we're on relaxed cautions. And you can only imagine everybody going to the pits this time. You definitely do see the 17 of Dalator going to the pits, and everybody should be able to do that.
Yeah. I say if you pack her with enough fuel, you could make it to the end on this stop. And also, if you get a chance, look at the damage on the 45 truck. His rear bumper is smashed up, and so's the front bumper.
Yeah, you definitely see it right behind the Jersey Moore. He's definitely not having a good race for him. But yeah, you can only imagine who's going to be able to come out of the pits. There you see the 45. Let's go ahead and who's going to come out first in the pit stops. Let's go ahead and check, see, could it be Don Cheetos? The 3 car gone out, but yet it is going to be Don Cheetos coming out of the pit. So it will be Don Cheetos, then the 3 of Taz Fan, then the 3 of Fire Slayer, then I believe potentially the P4 could be Terminatrix, P5 could belong to Fluffy Sacks. I believe that is the 88 of H-Wix up there in P6. Let's go ahead, and I believe, yeah, you do see Boger right there. Let's go ahead and go through the field real quick. Yeah, you see H-Wick starting on the outside, but yet thankfully for Fluffy Sacks, he's got Dalator right behind him. And then let's go ahead and go through who is right next to not Terminatrix, Dalator. That is the 18 of R Bales. And then right behind him, there you see the Slick NASCAR on the outside. Let's go ahead and you can see Devil Dog right there on the inside. And then you see Kobe, you see Jersey, and I believe you see Trainer all the way up in the back with all them damaged trucks. So yet, I don't think they're worried about damage at this point, but yet they're trying to be able to work together. They got to do something.
And speaking of damage, Kobe slightly gave the 30, I believe that's the 34 truck ahead of him, a little love tap under caution. I don't know if it's because of a brake check or maybe something else that happened earlier.
It's hard to say, but yet, hey, that's what happens whenever we have manual cautions.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we'll get ready to go back up to the restart zone, and then we'll get ready to go back to be able to finish the remainder of the race. You see the 44 trying to be able to push the 00 a little bit early. They should be able to go on the restart zone. And green flag is back in the air here at Daytona.
And the 34 truck did not go at all. There's a big gap, about 3 or 4 truck lengths that gets filled up instantly by several trucks that were on the outside.
Oh, that's not good. But yet, that's gonna give 2 teammates, and as Fluffy Sacks and Dalator get a chance to work together. They see those 2 who I just mentioned trying to be able to work together, trying to be able to figure out what they can be able to do. Their other teammate, Terminatrix, he's about a truck behind them. And then the 98 of Texas Pelt, you see the 88 of H-Wix right behind Terminatrix.
Yeah, and we got 2 different packs already starting to form. We got the lead pack and then another one that appears to be a couple of the niche trucks, Kobe, the 23 truck, and the 26. It looks like they were trying to form their own little pack for a second back here, but I think they may have caught back up.
But yeah, right now, I'm going to keep an eye on the 2 Rouse trucks and the 15 and the 17, looking really good. Looking really good right now. Sorry about that, but yeah, think about this. They're going to need the 44 to be able to go to the outside line, so that way they can be able to get a chance to pass the leader and the 00 Don Cheetos, just to be able to see how things can go, see if they can be able to work together.
Someone got a little lag spike up ahead. I believe it was the street truck and the 18 pays by losing a little bit of speed.
Let's go ahead and go to the 3 truck right there. That should be Taz, and then there you see, good call. That you definitely do see a little bit of cosmetic damage right there on the 18 of Arbel. Yet a little bit of lag spike cost him right there. Yeah, let's go ahead and get back up to the front. Right there, you see Fluffy Sacks. You definitely see, Dalator. You see Don Cheetos, but yet Fire Slayer up in the middle of that bunch.
It seems to be single file, except we all low contact in the back of the pack between some of the damaged trucks.
You see Tex Pelt going to try to be able to work on the outside. Terminatrix might be able to follow him. Nobody's going to want to work with the 98 at all. You definitely see the 88 trying to be able to get up to him. I think Term trying to block his run. And yet that's going to make the 98 lose some spots unless somebody can be able to allow him in there. And he's going to be following up way to the back. So yet not a good spot for them. But yet you can only wonder what's going through the mind of Fluffy Sacks. I mean, after they're coming to the closing conclusion of the race, and yet they're going to need to be able to find a way to be able to work together. Just a matter of time, matter of patience at the moment, and that's all they can do.
This is going to be interesting to see how this race ends up.
So far, it is the double zero of Don Cheetos working together. AC Dell fan right there. He's is 18 trying to work together with him, but yet 18 our champion is in 3 wide, but yet changes to 2 wide. Let's go ahead and get back up to the front. Man, so much is happening in this race. But there you see the leader, Don Cheetos, 025, up in the lead. Right behind him is Fire Slayer. Fire Slayer, who got just the lead a couple of laps in stage 1, been battling with Don Cheetos, but yet here he is pushing him, trying to be able to help that double zero out.
And the 45 truck, after spinning out earlier and being involved in the only incident-related caution, is up inside the top 10.
And that is definitely good for him, for sure. No, we do not, Nathan. That's the only tricky part about this race, that we do not know how many laps we have left. The only way we'll know is if, once when the double zero passes the start-finish line, we'll know if it could be a caution or potentially an end of the race.
Oh, A-Truck and the 88 were banging doors a little
Yeah,
too aggressive.
yeah, I was going. Yeah, I definitely see something from the 88, or from the 8. I mean, sorry.
What? Contact between the 26 and the 45.
Yeah, what?
That is some hard race in there.
Yeah, and Terminatrix trapped up there in the middle of it, but yet you also see Fluffy Sacks losing some spots right there as well, and that's going to give Dalator a chance to be able to get up in P3 at the moment. Two Chevys, two Fords. I believe we also see a Ford and a Chevy in the top 5, so it's a battle out between Chevys and Fords up in the top 5. Oh, 26 about lost it.
Yeah, this is probably going to be a close battle to the end of the race, whenever that will be.
So far, it's looking really good right now for Fire Slayer and Don Cheetos, but yet you can only imagine the amount of time for Cheetos and for Fire Slayer to work together until the conclusion of the final laps.
Yep, and you guys, it's a nice long line of, I'm guessing, at the top 10, all right up in there. James Busher has gone from went 11th to 1st in one corner in the XFINITY race that they told me about a decade ago and won. So who knows what can happen here tonight.
That is very, very true right there, my friend. Just a matter of time, just a matter of patience at the moment for Don Cheetos.
And it looks like the 3 and the 87 have lost the main pack. So, and we got someone coming into the pit. The 33 truck's coming in.
That is weird. That is really weird, especially for him. Yeah, he is. He's going to the pits this time. Either to get some fuel, maybe he might have some sort of strategy. But either way, that's going to put him a lap down if these trucks do pass him. If not, then maybe he might catch up in front of the double zero and make the double zero fall. Ooh, you definitely do see a couple of trucks. Is it that? Who is that?
He got shoved below the yellow line.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he definitely did.
And it was no light contact. He got door slammed below the yellow line.
We'll definitely. I expect as a driver, definitely do see a couple of penalties being made for some tonight. But yeah, I'm not going to roll anything out, but anything could happen, especially after this race. So for those that are in the league, just expect some announcements being made potentially. I wouldn't be surprised really.
And knowing Kobe, he's probably saying a couple choice words about whoever door slammed him.
And that we will not say on the air. There, right, NASCAR?
Sure. Also, 87's coming in. Either coming there or coming out of the pit lane.
That could... Yeah, and I think 33 was still there in the first place. He was still up in the pits. Let's go ahead and see where he's at the moment. Either
33's still in the pit lane. I believe I believe he's DNF.
Yeah, potentially a DNF. 87, he's down there below the yellow line for some reason. I don't know what it is, but yet he's definitely not looking really good.
He's coming off the pit lane. Touching that 13 truck. Maybe the two of them can work together, try to fight their way up towards the front.
That is hard to say at the moment. It's definitely hard to say at the moment for sure.
Who knows?
Right now, you definitely just keep an eye on the 44 Fire Slayer, and we'll go ahead and keep an eye on the field real quick. And also, let's go ahead and go up to our leader. That is Don Cheetos. Don Cheetos, who's definitely led the most laps tonight, took the lead away from Fire Slayer around stage 2. And he's been up there. He's been running this line, working really good. I believe they might be going to the pits this time. That you never know for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely by the sounds of some of these trucks. Some of them are saving fuel.
Yeah, they
and we
are.
got several trucks
Oh,
peeling
no.
off.
Yeah.
Green flag pit stop. Here we go.
Cheetos could be getting.
44 pushed it really deep. I'm surprised if he doesn't get busted.
I think the 00 may have gotten himself a speeding penalty. I'm gonna watch this real quick. Just keep an eye on the field real quick if you can for me, NASCAR. But I believe potentially Don Cheetos might have gotten himself a speeding penalty.
Yep, I'm with the leaders, but if the 00 got speeding penalties, the 44 sure as well did too, because he came in hot and passed him right before the yellow line.
No, the 44 didn't. And
so I guess it'll be clean, and the 88 got pushed into the outside wall.
Neither did the 00. The 00 and the 44. The 44 did not gain the speeding penalty.
That's the interesting one. Is the rest of the pack comes in hot. Several trucks coming in. Top 5.
That is that second field of trucks. You see the 17, the 15, the 98, the 88, and the 8 of the Ford guys. They definitely have to have been working together. Ford working with Fords, Chevy's working with Chevys. And speaking of Chevys, let's go ahead and keep an eye on one Chevy, and you see Kobe and Slick get back up there. And that is, let's go ahead and keep him up there. There's Don Cheetos, who's definitely falling behind after that pit stop. And there you see the Fords are coming out.
Yeah, and I believe the 88 man got busted for speeding because he came in right behind him, but he's lost a lot of ground.
Nathan said I taught him the 44 that pit road entry. I hear that, buddy. I hear that. The 44 is definitely looking like he should most likely be in the lead at the moment. But it's hard to tell knowing that we don't have a lap counter or anything. So yeah, we'll try our best to just keep an eye on the field, and that's all we can do at the moment, ladies and gentlemen.
And let's take a look at the leaders, because Don Cheetos is no longer the race leader.
Yeah, Don Cheetos is right there behind him. Yeah, he has. I think you see some of the Ford guys are up front. So yet the Ford guys, it could be Dalator in the lead. Yeah.
It could also be Firesling. Wait, really? Who's
yeah.
the leader?
Yeah, 17 could be the leader because they definitely did come out right before that line of Chevys got just to go by. So I'm assuming they only took fuel only. That's
pretty gutsy.
As
the 8 truck gets sent to below the yellow line, and he rarely keeps everyone clean. So
hold on, wait. So we do just got confirmation that Dalator is the leader. Let's go, Dalator, right there, buddy. He definitely deserves it. I've been talking to him all day, and he definitely wants to be able to get a chance to have himself a great finish, potentially a win, and that's exactly where he's at, especially with him and Fluffy Sacks right behind him. So yeah, this is, oh man, the 44 tried to be able to go up high, but yet the 15 blocked him. The 15 clipped the apron. The 44 is up in there, and yet Don Cheetos, who we mentioned earlier, is right behind this pack right now. Fluffy Sacks needs to hold that inside line. The 00 is patiently trying to be able to ruin this moment, and the 00 goes around. There you see the 44 trying to be able to get through the 00. And there goes the knee truck right there.
00 into the outside wall, touches slightly out of the contact
oh my
with the 45
gosh! What a race this is! Oh my gosh. What a race this is, ladies and gentlemen. Dalator is currently in the lead right now with Fluffy Sacks. There you see Fire Slayer, and I believe you do see the 8 and the 40. I think that might be the 45 or the 40 up there.
Double Zero still got tail with the boys, so he can
Yeah,
still
that is
fight up in there.
yeah, that is definitely the 45 in the mix of that bunch. Let's go ahead and get back up onto the our leader, and that is Dalator. Dalator is trying to be able to hold that lead on it, going down to the inside. Fluffy Sacks, he's a teammate. Whatever they can be able to work together, they're going to try to work together as much as he can. Double Zero is trying to be able to make a second line, but yet the second line doesn't want to work with him.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting battle to the win as the 8 truck forces the Double Zero below the yellow line, but lets him back up in line. Holy cow, that's impressive.
Alrighty. Man, what a race this is right now, especially for Dalator. Dalator is looking really good. He's up in the lead, and he's just holding on for dear life right now, trying to be able to work his line, trying to be able to work as much as he can.
And meanwhile, in the back, we got 2 of the Source 4 trucks teamed up together, and they may try to create their own little 4-truck pack because there's 2 stragglers right ahead of them. And it's the 2 Source 4 trucks are the 98 of Tex Pelt and the 13 of Kobe.
And
as they go underneath the 18 of Bales, and the next truck is going to be the 88.
And right now, you definitely do see some comments being made. So we got Nobes who says, "Hold that bottom, Dalator, go 17." He's currently in the lead at the final laps of this race. And if he can be able to do that, he'll have himself a 1-2 finish with his Roush teammate Fluffy Sacks, along with Fire Slayer right behind him. And yet he's just trying to hold on to that lead, trying to be able to hold that line. He needs to hold that line. He doesn't need to get swervy right there, because Don Cheadle and Fire Slayer can be able to hold it in. Don Cheadle is right behind him, and we've seen how good those two can be able to work together. But yet the question is, can they be able to work together at the coming laps of this race?
Yeah, you got teammates running 1-2 with Don Cheadle's the most dominant truck right there in third.
Yeah, definitely 17 needs to be able to.
Contact between the Double Zero and the 15. He goes below the yellow line. 44's got to run on the outside. Maybe that's stalled out. Tries to side draft. And he's just going to get sent right back to where he came from.
The 15's got the 17 straps. So Don Cheadle's trying to be able to ruin their parade right now. But yet it's not looking likely because Dalator is just holding that line. He's just holding that line. He's throwing that mirror away. He just needs to run that line. He needs to be able to run it and have the 15 push him, try to be able to help him out.
And I believe that was his checker flag right there. I believe that was the final run right there. 17, I believe, just
17 just won the race, and that is Dalator could be the winner. And yet the 15 of Fluffy Sacks 1-2 finish for Roush, and then the 00 of Don Cheeto's finish in P3. Wow, what a race this is. Nathan, can we get a confirmation on the winner? If we can, please let me know. Because if that's the case, then yeah, congratulations to the winner, Dalator. Just about botched it right there, but with my excitement in this race, this is something really cool.
Okay,
Nathan?
and I can confirm when Kobe spun out early in the race, it was due to lag, and he also spun out on one of his pit entries because he downshifted too quickly. So that's what screwed the 13 truck.
Man, give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta have Dalator and Fluffy Sacks in here real quick. Let me get Dalator in here real quick, just to get a chance to talk to him, and for Don Cheetos to be in here as well. Our top 3. Oh man, what a race this is! Roush front row. This was a great race for the Roush front row guys. Let's get Fluffy Sacks in here, and we'll get Don Cheetos up in here for his finish as well.
this is going to be an interesting penalty thing afterward.
And we're gonna get Don Cheetos if I can be able to get him into the booth. There we go. We have our race winner. That is Mr. Dalator. Congratulations, my man. What a race.
Whew. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I didn't think that I was going to be able to hold it down there. Especially with pit strategy, entering pit road, that's a really tough thing to do. But hey, man, I'm just glad it worked out. And once the field caught me, that was my big concern because I thought we were just going to get blown by. I'm really glad that the top three got joined up and.
Dalator still there? Yeah, okay, we got you now. Go ahead and finish what you were saying.
I'm glad it just worked out in our favor. I thought the pack definitely had us when we came off of pit road. I was looking at the gap, and it was just I thought it was a little insurmountable for us. Being out there by ourselves and the pack being joined up, they definitely had the energy. I didn't think that we were going to be able to stay in front of them, but I'm glad that we did.
Oh, definitely for sure. Definitely for sure. Real quick, I want to welcome to the booth Don Cheetos. Don, what a performance out there, man. You definitely had one hell of a race. You led most of the laps in the race. You got a chance to work with Fire Slayer. Give us your thoughts on the conclusion of the race.
Yeah, thanks. Not a bad finish at all. It was a great race overall with everybody giving room and keeping it clean. That was really fun. But just wish could have got 2 more spots there at the end.
But hey, one thing's for sure is that we watched you in the off season, and we got just to keep an eye on you. You went from being a development racer to now a trick racer, and you definitely showed your performance tonight. So yeah, if I was you, man, I know it's hard and you wanted to get that win, but man, hey, you had one hell of a performance, especially live on YouTube, man. You definitely did a great job tonight, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, I got to get your thoughts on working with Fire Slayer. You two worked really good at the conclusion of stage 1. And you worked with him in stage 2 and at the final stage of the race. Give us your thoughts on Fire Slayer and it. How did the chemistry go between you two?
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. I wasn't expecting that many people to come with me out the end of stage 2, but I come off of 4 and I look back. I got a train. So that was definitely smooth, really cool really cool to get those wins.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Dalator, my man. So we seen you pitting with the Fords. So yet, was there something that you and the rest of the guys in the Fords got a chance to work on as far as pitting together? Did y'all just decide to go ahead and just take fuel only so y'all can be up in the field, or what did y'all have in mind?
Well, we knew it was going to be close on fuel. Prayer, I guess. Honestly, I don't think that I wasn't 100% sure that we would be able to make it just on fuel and no tires, because Don Cheetos did move me out of the way to get one of the stage wins, and I only took tires at that point in time, so I thought my car might have fallen off a little bit more than and I had that in the back of my mind. So I was debating on it the entire time, and once I saw that interval, I'm glad I did what I did.
Man, you guys have definitely had one hell of a race. I just I can't wait to get a chance to just watch this race once when we start uploading it to our YouTube. And by the way, if you guys have not got a chance to subscribe yet, please do to get a chance to re-experience this race. This was a lot of fun race. Way different than what I thought it was going to be. I thought there was going to be some more wrecking, and we only had one manual caution that was from a lax bike. But yet, nevertheless, that was a really awesome race. Don Cheetos, real quick, before we ending the broadcast, you want to give any thoughts? Anything you want to say before we lock off the air?
Just not really. Just great race overall. Had a lot of speed in the truck. Was unexpected, to be honest. Definitely, probably one of the best performances that I've had at Daytona.
Yeah.
And I mean, the unfortunate circumstances that's going on right now behind the scenes is it's I can say it's not true, but it's probably going to ruin my third place finish. But I guess we'll find out.
All right, one more question, and I'll let you go. Next week we're heading to Iowa. What are your thoughts on Iowa? I mean, it's definitely going to be different compared to Daytona. So, yeah, give us your thoughts on Iowa.
Dalator, want to go ahead?
Yeah, Iowa's way different than Daytona is. That's for sure. We're going to definitely see, um, you know, maybe see some different players up at the front than we did at Daytona. Daytona is a lot of like teamwork and strategy. Iowa is every man for himself. But I got a lot of faith in the guys that I'm running around, and I know that Don's going to be up there too. So if there's one person that I know that I'm going to have to contend with every week and try to kick his ass, he's the guy.
Don, your thoughts on Iowa, my friend?
It's Iowa's been it's been an on and off track for me. I'm not sure what to expect, but hopefully it's good. Hopefully we can put together the same performance plus 2 spots that we did here today.
Alrighty. All right, real quick. One last word from Dalator. One more thing you want to say before we log off the air, my friend.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank my sponsors, Guinness Beer, and all of the other stuff that I have that's sitting in the fridge, my cats that watched me the entire time, and my wife that's sitting upstairs probably screaming her head off because I got really loud at the end of that. So I know I'm sleeping down here tonight, but who cares? I won.
Oh man! All right. One last thing, NASCAR. I know you're still in here, man. What a race this was! This was an absolutely beautiful race to get a chance to see. We got a chance to see some people working together, some angry drivers, I could say at the moment. But yet, nevertheless, this was a really great race. Way better than what I expected to be. Give us your thoughts on the race before we end up locking off the air, my friend.
You know what? After being ticked off after how my developmental race was, this is exactly what I needed. Was a borderline wreck fest where no one was making the outside lane work and a lot of people got put in the wall.
Oh my gosh. Alrighty. With that being said, on behalf of all of us here at the league from NASCAR 2009 Rocks, this is Code Red Dude 520 saying so long, everybody, and we will see you next week at Iowa. Take care and have a great night.